Hi, welcome to SPMC Live. I'm your host, Amanda Virgil, and I'm here with the gospel artist, St. Paul. Welcome, St. Paul.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm actually honored to be hosting an interview by your crew and your
Oh, thank
company.
you.
More so to be interviewed by you. It's a privilege.
Oh,
I
thank you.
always thought of this moment, and then it's also a pleasure to be here on SPMC Live. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Thank you.
Okay.
Welcome. So tell us, how did you get started in the music industry?
Well, I've gotten started about 2005. I was writing a little bit of skips here, there, poems, turn them into music, rap, and it was just a hobby thing at the time. However, a lot of people been hearing it and like, whose music is that? And
Hmm.
where did you get that from? And I'm like, no, I wrote it myself or I created it. And they're like, no, that's not in you, St.
Hmm.
Paul. You're just trying to be funny. So after a few people start hearing it, liking it, gravitating to it, I get a little bit more into it because, it's motivating for one. Two, it's entertaining. Um, do it for a minute, but I finally get serious at the end of 2006, early 2007. I started
Wow.
make it more of a career instead of just a hobby.
Wow. So why did you choose music?
Very good question. I
Hmm.
wouldn't say I've chosen music. I would say music chose me.
Awesome.
And I accept that as a gift, and I'm willing to take it to the highest level.
So what genre of music do you do?
My genre of music, of course, is reggae.
Oh,
I would
nice.
say 90%. The other 10% kind of share between a crossover of reggae R&B
Hmm.
or reggae jazz or reggae calypso and so forth. But it's more reggae and world music, like reggae world music, reggae international.
Wow. So who inspired and influenced you in the music industry?
There's a number of people I've been influenced by. More so Bob Marley. That's my number
Oh, I
one
love
gold
him.
right there.
Yes.
I've been listening to Bob Marley since I was a child in my early childhood age growing up, and he was the greatest then to
Hmm.
me, still the greatest now, and probably will be the greatest for another century. So outside of Bob Marley, you'd find like Barry Salmon, Barrington Levy, Sanchez, on the reggae side, even on the R&B side, Barry White, Stevie Wonder, and in the new school it would be more like John Legend.
Oh, wow. I love him too.
Yeah.
Wow. So, talking about the greatest, what role would you say you play in society in the music industry?
I would say I'm a reggae artist, more now than ever, a gospel reggae artist
Hmm.
and a messenger. It's not so much the rhythm
Hmm.
or the structure of the music, it's so much more of the lyrics. So I try to deliver a message or a point globally, and
Hmm.
music has find me as a gift to deliver that in a global level. Is
Hmm.
to touch someone's spirit, body, mind, and soul.
Wow. So, what goals do you hope to achieve in the music industry?
My standard is to reach out, giving back.
Hmm.
My achievement is if I can make you happy, if I could change your life, or if I can put some positive measure in inspired you into motivating yourself, believing in yourself, stand firm in what you believe in. As long as it's rightful and positive, that's where I'm trying to go. Touch one life, one day at a time.
Hmm. So, talking about touching one life, what tours have you done as of yet?
Well, on the gospel level, I just recently did a small mini tour in Jamaica. It
Oh,
wasn't so much
nice.
of a tour, but I make it useful while I was
Hmm.
there. On the circular level, I've been around a little bit in that aspect, but I kind of changed the direction of the circular and just stick
Hmm.
to the gospel side for now. But I haven't really do any major gospel tour, even though there's one coming up in the near future.
Have you shared the stage with any established artists?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I have remember sharing stage with uh, Wayne Wonder. That was one of my
Oh, wow.
greatest show in Negril,
Hmm.
Negril Escape, Elephant
Oh,
Man,
wow.
Red Fox. Even as far as while I was in Guyana at the 50th, I went and shared stage with even Yellowman. I was so excited about that. That was kind of one of the greatest things because he's old school.
Hmm.
So to get a chance to be in stage with giants like those just inspired me to a better level.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so you have the gift of singing and the gift of writing. I have to ask this question. Do you write all of your songs?
98%. 98% of my songs being written by me. However, I am not selfish.
Hmm.
Um, music lives, and music can't, you can't lock music in a box. So I'm not going to say, yeah, because I wrote 98% of my song, I cannot take writing for anybody else.
Hmm.
If you have something that makes sense, why not? I
Hmm.
mean, take it as a gift, give it back. What I will not accept though, if you're gonna write some stuff where it's considered in my book negative,
Hmm.
sorry, you might as well trash it or give it to another artist. No disrespect, but how about the folks that will tell you they're Gallus, Dan Gargan, and
Hmm.
Shatta and whatever? I don't think I want to write to that, sing to that. If you're gonna write that and say, here goes St. Paul, it might be a loose case. No
Hmm.
disrespect. If you're gonna write that bitches and whore and slut, excuse me, no disrespect. I can't go that way. But if it's uplifting and positive,
Right.
it don't even have to be
That's right.
total gospel. It just have to have a message that people can relate to.
And transform people's hearts
There
and
you
their
go.
lives. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to ask, I love your project, He Lives.
Thank you.
What inspired the song title?
Well, it's I have at least three or four reasons. One of it, I could take it personal. There was something that have happened. I
Hmm.
may cannot disclose that on the year right
Okay.
this minute, but um, 2017, October 22nd, I went to a transition there, and that just changed my entire life to the point where I said, I'm not even going to go secular anymore.
Hmm.
I'm just going to go directly gospel,
Wow.
just for God. He lives, part of it is personally about me. Who is God? Who God is? And if I know who God is,
Hmm.
why can't I share it with
That's
you?
right.
So, from a personal standpoint, some of the lyrics were related back to what have happened. And then some of the other lyrics is for the other folks out there. And I can explain that more deeply.
Hmm.
How about the person who will look you straight in the eye and said, there is no God? They're not even asking you if
Mm.
there's a God. They're telling you there is
No
no
God.
God. And they will be like, it don't even make sense you try to answer because I already proved there is no God.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes you got to search yourself and then listen to what they have to say and figure out where they're coming from.
Hmm.
You have children who have been molested from 3, 4 years
Yes.
old, even by their very own parent.
Hmm.
And you have other situation where the parent was going out, maybe for ice cream or to a movie or something, and you as a child overslept, and they're like, "You want to go?" And you're like, "No, you can all go." And everybody else in the household had left. And then 15, 20 minutes, you get a phone call back that they were in a car accident and nobody made
Mm.
it.
Right.
And that person might just feel angry to themselves and said, well, if there's a God, why did he took my whole entire
Yes.
family?
Hmm.
You have another situation where a guy would walk up into a building with even a bomb on himself and just bomb the whole building up. And in the entire building, you were the only one left alive. And you ask yourself, then if God is real, why did he have that guy kill everybody?
Wow.
So
Yes.
sometimes you have to search where they're coming from,
Hmm.
what it is, and how to explain back to them. But simple way, I just explain it back in the song. He
Hmm.
lived because
He
Jesus Christ
lives.
lived today,
Hmm.
yesterday, tomorrow, and forever.
Hmm. So who produced the song?
The song was produced by the rhythm was produced by this gentleman in Jamaica, Leroy Starlet
Oh,
from Reggae
nice.
Powerhouse Band. And it was brought to my attention from one of my other producer in Jamaica that have met Leroy
Hmm.
previously,
Okay.
Barrington Martin with Bleaky Blanc Production. And Bleaky Blanc get access to Barrington Martin where the rhythm is concerned from Starlet.
Hmm.
And Starlet gave Bleaky Blanc the rhythm and asked if he have any artists that he want to put in it. So they called me up and like, yeah, I don't mind, but only thing I can only do gospel or total inspiration. And they're like, yeah.
Wow. So what was the experience like working with the producer?
Well, that particular producer, I didn't get to work with him yet.
Hmm.
After the rhythm came here, I finally put that lyric to it, He Lives,
Hmm.
and then I went to Atlanta to Max Production, and there's a gentleman there that run and own and operated Max Production, Camber, hear the rhythm, hear what it is that I have to do with it in terms of delivery, and then we combine everything together. But after I left the booth, he said, "Hey, I like the song, I like your delivery, but I can make it better." And I smiled. I
Wow.
asked him again, "What could you do to make it better?" He said, "Yo, man, this song need a guitar player. I can get my Gitsy." That's his perfect word. I can get my Gitsy to
Gitsy.
come and, top it off, put a little more body on it, and then I can get my vocal artist to come and blend through the harmony and get some more melody to it. What I love about Camber with Max Production, he don't pressure you into music because,
Wow.
like I said, music is life. He will tell you, "Hey, go in the booth." He put your track up, lined it up, and said, "Let me hear what you have." And he listened to you very good. Then he said, "All right, come out the booth," and he'll sit you down. He said, "Hey, this is what I heard. This is what it is. But if it's just for you, you could keep it. But if you alone love your music, then it's not making sense.
Wow.
The music should be where everybody wants it. So don't make it for you. Make it for them." And he don't pressure you. He just illustrate what makes sense and the better good. So once you get through with it and get the guitar player on it, wow, it was
Wow.
the sky's
And
the
I just
limit.
love the video. So what was the concept behind the video, the music video?
The concept behind the video, I won't take too much credit for that. There's another gentleman that owns Aldina Production, and his name is Aldina Stewart.
Okay.
He's in Kingston, Jamaica. And I was again introduced to him from Leroy Starlet when I went to Jamaica for that small mini tour that we did in New Kingston. And he heard the song, and after he heard the song, he's like, "Hey, I got a treatment for it, and I can start tomorrow morning at 6 a.m." And this was about 8:30 the evening. I think it was a Thursday evening. He's like, "Hey, if you guys meet me up at 6 a.m. Friday morning, it's on." And when we get to him, it was about 6:30 that morning, the Friday morning. He already have a treatment. He already have a concept. All I had was to do was just go there, get my outfit, get ready, and get in the right frame of
Wow.
mind.
Where did you shoot the video?
Well, the video itself was done in Kingston
Oh,
directly.
nice.
A part of it was done when you're going towards the airport, past in Harveyview. Another part was done in New Kingston, Emancipation Park, and another part was done in Tivoli Garden, places like where Bob Marley would have gone. And I have specific reason for choose the video that way. The reason is because you want to illustrate good and bad, right from wrong, night and day, upper class life and lower class life. Jamaica, they said the ghetto. Is either you're in
Ghetto.
the
Here
residential area or you're straight in the ghetto. But there's good and bad everywhere, both in the residential area
That's
and
right.
in the ghetto. So more so when Aldino get those kids, especially the younger kids, the one with the Bible.
Oh, I
Better yet,
love
you
it.
can all take a look at the video too and see what
I
it
love
is.
it. I
That
love
video
it.
is sold. It's very inspiring.
So who's the director? So the producer, is that the same?
No,
Or the-
Aldino is
Okay.
he actually write the treatments on the video. To
Okay.
be honest, I might put in a few ideas here and there, but I
St.
would say
Paul.
85% of him came from him. Right.
Wow. So tell us, what other projects have you worked on before?
I work on a number of projects before, different places. I go to different Caribbean islands. More so, I went to a lot of different events in Jamaica, New York, Jersey, Alabama. Of course, I'm in Atlanta, so I'll be
Right.
here. Florida. There's a number of productions and promotions that I've worked on. But as to say, that was more in the secular world. Now I'm definitely kind of close that chapter off and decide to grow into a different atmosphere.
Okay, I know this might be hard. I know you have many of songs, but which song has done the most for you so far?
If I may
That's
allow,
hard.
if I may allow to go selfish in this one, there's a song that calls "Stranger in Town," and it's been great ever since it's been composed. Video, the whole dynamics. It even went in Jamaica #1 for a number of weeks.
Wow.
And the video segment as well. And it's been played almost globally, pretty much everywhere. And it's still one of my favorite. There are other songs that matches up to that. For an example, Dreamer, Candy Bar, just to
Love
name a
that.
few. But that particular Stranger in Town, it got a whole lot of elements around it. So
All right, all right. So,
there
what
you go.
projects are you working on now?
For the near future, I'm working on some overseas project. Some of
Mm-hmm.
it I might not reveal just now because of contract reason. It got to be signed off and closed on.
Mm-hmm.
But I have some European overseas project that are coming up in the very, very near future, which is
Okay.
considered more like St. Paul gospel. St.
Mm-hmm.
Paul going on a gospel tour, even though it's still within the whole segment of other artists that's involved that might not even do gospel. It's just St. Paul out there doing this thing.
So, who would you like to work with in the near future?
There's a few giants that I admire. Good example. I love to go old school. Papa San. Papa San
Okay.
was a giant back then when he started out in the secular world,
Mm-hmm.
and God had touched him. For whatever reason, when he find Jesus, it changed, and instead of it went void, it just grew into like the size of an elephant. So
Wow.
Papa San is like one of the
Wow.
artists that I admire a lot. I like to go old school, new school. I would look at Prodigal Son
Mm-hmm.
that I would like to work with. More so, look at Lady Saw. Everybody knew Lady Saw,
Yes.
the queen of the dance hall, and
Lady Saw.
gracefully and gloriously, Lady Saw went gospel. I don't mind doing a collab with
Mm-hmm.
Lady Saw, Papa San, and Paddy, and just about any one of those giants.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, I have to ask this question. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Very good question. 10 years from now, I would love to build an empire. And I could look in the camera and tell you this. I would love to be an empire to support and to give back, how to live, love, and share the legacy of Jesus Christ. And when you're sharing the legacy of Jesus Christ, just like he tells us to do, he said, go ye forth in the world, spread the gospel, spread the message, touch lives, touch soul. I believe in
Mm-hmm.
helping, giving back, even
Yes.
to the poorest of the poor, give back. So 10 years from now, I would like to build what you call somewhere you can shelter with, not just your physical body and
Mm-hmm.
food and clothing, all that too, but your spiritual soul. So I would like to develop even artists, younger artists,
Well,
of
they
course,
need it. Yeah.
that need it, they're already talented, have that gift. And even if they're not, people can be trained. And
Yes.
you bring them up into that segment.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of singing about, man, me a goddess, me a no disrespect,
Right.
but why not give a message that people
Mm-hmm.
can be involved with? And first, I would say believe in yourself as well,
Mm-hmm.
because nobody else going to believe in you if you're not believing yourself. So 10 years from now, I would like to empower a lot of legacy into especially the younger generation, because the children of today is tomorrow's future. And if you cannot teach them or train them or develop
Yes.
them the right
Train
way
them up.
today, then tomorrow's future is very bitter,
Mm-hmm.
very, very bitter. So
So, what would you tell a little young youth or older that has a dream? What would you tell them about their dream?
awesome. Your dream is your vision. Your vision is your dream. So first, believe in yourself. Don't give
Believe in
up.
yourself.
Two things. Seek God. He said,
Mm-hmm.
seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all, not some of his righteousness, but all his
All.
righteousness will be added unto you.
Mm-hmm.
So you believe in yourself and you seek for it. You don't just sit there and say, man, I'm great, I'm talented. No. It don't have to be music. It could be just anything else you believe in. Once you have that power to believe, then you can conquer everything else. So I'll tell the youths of today to look towards what is it that positive that you believe. Believe in yourself don't mean, man, I believe I can go rob a bank or steal, or no, that's not what I'm talking about. Something that's positive,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to make you
Yes.
right. Because if you trust God,
Mm-hmm.
it's never going to be easy, but he will direct your path.
Path.
He
Yes.
said, if you trust me, I will direct your path. Have faith in me. I will even open the windows of heaven and pour out blessings. You may not have room to receive it. So believe in yourself is one, trust God is another, and don't be blindsided. You know, stay focused.
Mm-hmm. St. Paul, thank you for joining us. Thank you for opening up your heart and your life and sharing what's going on with you. Can you share with us your social media handles?
Yes, my social media right now is almost pretty much all the major
Okay.
network. Good example, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Nelson Soundscan, BDF, Zozak, just to name all the few,
Okay.
iTunes, just about all of them. And I also just recently scrambled my website
Okay.
because I switched everything from the circular and I didn't want to bring that baggage over.
Okay.
So my website was currently under construction. It should be up and ready, probably even tonight. It should be ready. But however, it might be already reading out on the screen. It's www.stpaulmusic.info, and also look out for that new video and new singer coming out called E-Lives. And just about it. I definitely can be reached through the social media.
All right. Thank you for joining us with SPMC Live. Thank you,
Great.
St. Paul.
Thank you. And again, I want to thank you
Thank
and
you.
for hosting and for the people behind it. And again, enough respect to you, Camber of Max Production, Barrington Martin of Bleaky Bank Production, Aldino Stewart of Aldino's Production, and Leroy Starlett of Reggae Powerhouse Band. And again, you're listening to SPMC Live with
Live.
the greatest Princess Amanda. Thank you again for hosting,
Thank you.
and God bless you. See you around next time. Please do remember, check out the video. Like it, love it, share it. Be blessed. Remember, put God first.
First.
Thank you.